Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to our video that is designed to help you as a fairly new graduate to get started with the process. So, hopefully, you've already looked at the first video that is designed, it's entitled For the New Graduate for Becoming the LLPC. This video is entitled The Gap. This is called The Gap. Laura, you want to know what the gap? Oh, I guess we may still need to introduce ourselves, right? I am Dr. Katherine E. James. I'm the president of MMHCA, and joined with me is
Lauri Rowe from Professional Psychotherapy Services in Marshall, Michigan. So congratulations that you graduated. You have all your stuff into the state according to the Laura website, and now you wait. So what can you do while you're waiting to get that paper or that email from Laura that says you are now an LLPC? Well, we have some ideas. Katherine, would you like to tell them a little about some of those ideas?
Sure, absolutely. And so one of the things that, in order to get your full license, which is what you're going towards, in order to get your full license, you are going to have the NCE, the National Counselor Exam, successfully completed. So one of the things that we suggest that you do right now is start studying. Right. Mm-hmm. I suggest when I'm teaching the counseling students that I have the privilege to serve, I tell them while you're a student, start studying. Just get used to the idea. So one of the things that you definitely want to do in the gap, and the gap is designed when you've graduated, you completed your internship, and you have your degree, you have your Master's of Arts in Counseling, your counseling degree, but you don't have a license yet. And which means you're no longer a student, which allowed you to practice counseling as an intern, right? Under supervision of your school. And if you were at that site, you also, but that ended. And now in order to start counseling, you need a license. You don't have it yet. So that's why we call this the gap.
Mm-hmm. So that waiting period can be somewhat long. It really just depends on how long it takes the state to process your application. Yeah. So studying, I know studying for exams is something I haven't done in a long time, but I think the longer you can be studying and look at things that not only that you learned in school, but that are kind of outside of the school, textbooks and whatnot. One of the things I've picked up that I think is very important is the Counselor Licensure and Scope of Practice of Michigan. You can purchase this online and download it. It is full of really good information about the process of getting licensed and the history of professional counselors in the state of Michigan.
Yeah, it's one of those, the books that go, who's who? Who give you? It's one of those, what, if you will, everything, all the things that you really want to know about the license, us as counselors having the ability to be licensed in the state of Michigan. It gives you all of the history, all the way up to passing our bill in 2019, a very important bill that put us on par, that clarified that we were on par. We were already on par. That clarified that with the other mental health practitioners in the state of Michigan. So that book, and Lauri, then we also talked about
the Encyclopedia of Counseling by Rosenthal. That is a wonderful overview, and it can also help you focus your intention on where you want to be in your practice as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And so we don't have an affiliation with Rosenthal or anything like that. However, and so these are our recommendations. These are the things that we recommend. It certainly has helped me. Both of those documents, those texts have helped me, and Lauri have found them beneficial as well. So it's whatever. Because there may be a resource that you bought, and if you do, this is we want to make sure that we are supporting you in lots of ways. So one of the ways that you can help us help you is if you got a resource that you found to be really, really beneficial, send that resource to us at MMHCA, MMHCA, so MMHCA Bridging Initiative at gmail.com. So any questions that you have about this video, any resources that you know we could benefit from, that we can share with other students, we look forward to hearing from you. So while you're in the...
Yeah, another thing during this gap period, she mentioned MMHCA, start looking at the professional organizations that are available to you. Yes. They are a great resource for information, and also consider signing up and becoming a member.
Yes. So certainly we invite you strongly to, if you are getting this video, more than likely you're a MMHCA member, or perhaps you're not, perhaps it's been shared or something of that nature. At any rate, we certainly invite you to be not only a member, but be an active member. And there are many professional organizations that you could benefit from. So make sure that you are actively engaged. It goes without question that you're a member of MMHCA, that you will remain a member of MMHCA, because we just like we're giving you value with these videos, that is our intent, is to always offer our members value. I think that might conclude the gap. The tail end. So I almost forgot the tail end of the gap. So while you're preparing, right? So while you're preparing, you're in a waiting, like Lauri said, you're in a place of waiting right now. You're in a holding place, if you will, right now. And however, once you get that piece of paper Lauri talked about in the mail, or you go online and you look up and you see your number is there, congratulations.
Absolutely.
You are now, right? It's exciting, isn't it? After all the school and all of that, and now you're
getting that recognition that you really put in an effort, and you should really celebrate that. So in the next 2 to 10 years, you're going to be working on how to become that fully licensed professional counselor. And I think there is some confusion that if you have the LLPC, you're fully licensed and you're good to go. But the LLPC is just a step. It's a time for you to lean on a supervisor to get some input into the work that you're doing through supervision. And you have to take a minimum of 2 years doing that. So you're going to be an LLPC for a couple of years, and you can actually extend that out to 10 years if you want. But this time period, after you've received that certificate that says, way to go, you're an LLPC, this is when you can really dig in and start to discover some things about yourself as a therapist, as a counselor.
Absolutely. So this is the time. So you've been in a gap, you've been in a holding place, you've gotten your license, and now you can resume practicing. Some of you will go back to where your internship was. Some of you will find new places to land. Some of you will open your private practice. Maybe you've been preparing to do this in the gap, which you can do that. If you know you're going to open private practice, you can work on getting your business name and your EIN and all those kinds of things that come in private practice. You just can't practice until you get a license.
Right. So yes, this is the time to be, if you're planning on doing a private practice, to search out like a small business association for some counseling and how to put together a business plan.
Yes.
How do you do that? So you've got some work to do and some research to do while you're in this gap period, and think about that exam and getting that out of the way.
Yes. So wonderful. We want to remind you that there's some tools that go along with this video. One of them is a checklist. Make sure you get the checklist. That will be give you the items for each one of these stages: the graduate LLPC stage, the gap stage, and then the drop the L stage. So you want to make sure that you have that. Also, there is also a very detailed step-by-step video that includes basically a PowerPoint presentation that takes you through the documents and all of your steps in order to complete that licensure application. All right, that concludes our video, this second video, and see you on the next one.
Yeah.
All right. Bye-bye for now.